Doing an art challenge is a lot of work. Doing an art challenge is time consuming. Doing an art challenge takes a lot of creative brain energy. So, why would you want to do one in the first place? And why would you commit to an art challenge for a whole month? You do know that's 31 days, right? Well, howdy hey there, I'm Kit.kat, and I'm going to be sharing why you should do an art challenge, why you should do one for a whole month, and why you should share your process online. I also will be sharing the hard parts of doing an art challenge every single day for a month, and how I've seen my art grow, my community grow, and my views grow. Although views, who knows? So, why am I filming this video? Well, I am actually on day 25 of making art every single day for the month of Peachtober, and I thought it would be fun to share some thoughts while I'm still in the middle of working on this process. So with that information, let's get into the video. To begin, I would like to share my art challenge journey. This is my third time doing an art challenge for a whole month. The first time I did it was last year for Peachtober 2024. It went really well. Actually, it was horrible. It was so much work, but it also went really well. And I will get into that in just a second. The second time I did an art challenge, I made my own art challenge. I know, crazy. I would also like to take a moment here to say that I would 10 out of 10 recommend making your own art challenge, because sometimes I don't feel inspired by the prompts that other people post, and I would rather come up with my own prompt list. So I did that in May of this year, and I named it Mart May because I happen to be obsessed with the grocery store, and a lot of my work is inspired from this obsession. And now, the third time I am doing an art challenge for a whole month is this month for Peachtober. Now, I'm doing something very different this month than I've done any of the other two times that I did it. One thing that I've done consecutively for all three is film videos for social media to share my process. Which, if you're an artist and you're like, what? You film and you make the art? Yes. It's a lot of work. If you're going to do that, just know that it is a lot of work. And I actually would recommend it. I know, I'm crazy. But the reason I would recommend it is the content that tends to do the best on social media platforms is video format. It was not always like this. I know. It's a lot of work. I know. But filming it and sharing your personality and your thoughts behind your design actually makes people interested. And I've seen firsthand that it does, because every time I do an art challenge, I gain a brand new following of people that are interested in my art. I meet new friends along the way, and also people just get to see more of who I also am as the artist. I just want to put this in here. You don't have to film it, but if you really want to reach a wide audience, I actually would recommend filming it, or at least filming some of it. You don't have to film the whole thing, just parts of it. But I feel like we're going on a wide tangent here. Let's get into the first question. Why should you do an art challenge? I feel like I've already answered this a little bit in what I just said, but one, it's going to build your community. And from both my own experience and also talking to other art friends who do it, this does work. Part of it is, for example, doing something like Peachtober. It was started by an artist called For a Little Peach, whom I love. I love her work. You should go check her out. And hundreds of people do this prompt list, like hundreds of people. So when you post it to the hashtag, there's lots of people that are going to both see your art, and you can also connect with them and see their art. And it's a cool way of finding artists, not just from around the area where you live, but all over the world. I have found some really cool artists from all over the world, from both the first time I did Peachtober and this time doing Peachtober. And it's really cool to connect and encourage each other on the designs y'all are doing. It is really cool. And so that is my first reason for why you need to do an art challenge. My second reason is it's going to actually grow your creative skills. Drawing every day forces you to actually have to sit down and make art. And sometimes when you're trying to run an art business or trying to get your stuff out there, you're so busy doing that part of it that you're not always having enough time to make art. So doing an art challenge is a great way of forcing yourself to have to sit down every day and make something. And I will add that not every piece that I've made this month has been my favorite. And also, some of the pieces in the middle were worse than some of the pieces at the beginning. Sometimes when you start out, you're feeling really excited, and then you get halfway through and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to keep doing this. But in this end part here, oh my gosh, the pieces I'm making, I'm so happy with them. I'm really proud of them. I think they're really much better than even some of the ones that I was making at the beginning. And so making art every day can actually help you to force those creative muscles to work actively every day. You're going to get actually better ideas as you go through. There's a lot of pros to making art every day. I also have a third reason for making art every single day. And that is you are going to have 31 brand new pieces that you could use for stickers, prints, t-shirts, whatever it is you want to sell. You're gonna now have a gallery of work that you can use for selling your art, and you can also put it on your portfolio website. I know, it's a crazy idea, but it works. It's so helpful. Also, when people come to your page, they're gonna see 31 pieces that you just busted out in 1 month. That's crazy. I think there's mad respect to the people who can do an art challenge for that amount of time, because it's a lot of work, and anyone who's done it knows it's a lot of work. But then you have the pros. Then you're yeah, I did that. I did an art challenge, and I didn't just do it for a week. I did it for a whole month. It's pretty crazy. Imagine the people who do it for a whole year. Pop off. Maybe that'll be me someday. I'm not at that level yet, but maybe. We'll see. And we also need to talk about, with this whole doing it for a month, is okay, why do it for a month? Some people recommend just doing an art challenge for a week or sporadically doing it through a month. I've seen those, and those do work. Here's my reason for why you should do it for a month. So, our good old friend social media. We love her or we hate her, or we're in the middle about her, okay? Posting consecutively every day is something that our little old algorithm does like to see. I hate to say it, that is the reality of the situation, but it is. And you don't have to do it that way, but I do think I have learned with time that the more I can consecutively post every day for a month or for 2 months or for 3 months, the better my content does on social media. And so doing an art challenge is a way where you're already forcing yourself to make art every day. You're probably joining in on one where a lot of other people are doing it. So you're building your community, you're meeting new people, and now you're posting every day. And now social media is saying, oh, they're posting every day. They're really putting the work into this. I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna show it to other people. And so I know it's a lot to post every day, but I've watched multiple YouTubers talk about this. Posting every day is just what does best. I hate to break it to you, but it just does. It just does. I've always grown the most on platforms like Instagram and TikTok when I post every day. So that is part of why you should do it for a whole month. The other reason is it's only a month. And I know what you're thinking, a month is a long time, but it's only a month. You're not asking yourself to do this all year. It's a month. And so after 31 days is up, it's done. So it's like a race. It's not like a forever. I'm not saying you need to make art every single day for a whole year. You're doing it for 31 days, And side note, if you plan ahead, it is totally possible to make it work with your schedule. Artists like Furry Little Peach Sheep host the prompt list a month in advance. I sketched all my ideas out a month in advance. I made thumbnails. I know, shocking, a month in advance. I came up with all the ideas, and it made it a lot easier once I got to the month of actually doing it every day to do it. I have to add another side note that artists don't always even post the day they made it. They will make it in advance. That's very normal. And it's probably a little bit controversial. Nobody has to know. You don't have to tell anybody if you're going to do it that way. You can just make it, post it, bada bing, bada boom. So that is one way to go about it. It is only 31 days though. I just want to remind you that that's only a month. And it seems like a big thing, but once you're at the end, I'm literally at the end. I'm on day 25. I am so close to being done. I can see the finish line. Like it's right there. We're so close. The more you get into it, the more you'll be like, well, now I can't give up. Like, it's only 31 days. I can do this. You just gotta really commit to 1 month. And it could change your life. 1 month could change your life. I'm just saying. All right. This is the part that I think is hardest for everybody, why share it online. And I think it's hard because what if my art doesn't turn out good? Or what if I don't like every piece? Or what if it's not cohesive? And I say, just post anyways. Just post it anyways. Another thing with the algorithm, if nobody sees it, it gets lost in the algorithm, on goes life. But if people do see it and they like it, yo, that's pretty exciting and pretty cool. So you should share it online. Going back to posting every day, the algorithm likes that. Sorry, it's just facts. And also, sharing it online builds your community. We're going back to that too. It builds your community. It helps you to meet new artists. It helps to get your art out there. And social media sees that you're actively showing up every day. When the art challenge is over, you now have 31 art pieces that you could make other content off of so that you could keep posting regularly. Something I did after I made all my Mart May pieces was I did like art reveals. I don't know if you've seen those. I'll insert a video here of my own art reveal as an example. So you reveal your art. I literally just used all the art I made from Mart May, and I obviously had 31 new pieces I had made, so then I had 31 other videos I could make off of revealing my art. So now I've just made 62 videos, which is crazy, but it's doable, and I'm probably going to end up doing that for peachtober too. Also, when your stuff's getting posted, like people aren't going to necessarily remember if, oh, I just saw that a couple weeks ago when she made it. Like 9 times out of 10, they're just gonna be like, cool, she posted again. I like her art. You should post it online, even if you don't like it. I'll actually give an example. There was a piece that I absolutely have despised from my Peachtober series. Insert here. I still posted it. I just showed up. I was like, hey, I'm committing to this, and this is not my favorite piece. Sometimes you don't have like 18 million hours to work on a piece. I had about an hour to work on the piece, and there it is. I posted it on Ghost Life. Some people really liked it. Sometimes you get in your head and you're like, this is really bad. And then other people are like, oh no, I like it. So don't overthink it too much. Just consistently post it, share it online, and do it daily. Now let's talk about hard parts, because there are really hard parts of it. Number 1, showing up. Yes, showing up can be hard. 31 days, that's a long challenge. Doing it every day, kind of hard. We're gonna go back to why you should post it online real quick. You now have accountability. It's now like, I'm doing this challenge and I wanna try to do this every day. And there's something about other people tuning in on what you're doing, where then it's like, oh, yeah, I have to show up and do this, even if it's not my favorite thing. Or maybe it will be your favorite thing. I've had a lot of fun, okay? And I love posting it online because then other people get to see it and they get to tell me what they think and they get to interpret it in their own way. So it just helps. Like, it's building community, and that community is actively keeping you accountable to that challenge of doing it for 31 days. Another hard part that I had this month is I decided to make it really extra complicated, but I also don't regret that decision. So let's talk about it. I decided that on top of making videos for Instagram and TikTok every day, I was going to make a YouTube video every day, which at the time was like, yeah, I can do that. Now I'm at the end and I'm like, wow, that was a lot of work. But I just made like 25, almost to 31 videos for YouTube about this whole series and process, and almost gained 500 subscribers. Was it worth it? I don't know. I still had a lot of fun, and there is something cool about documenting your work because now you get to go back and look at how you did it. And it's like a forever journal entry of making art. So I don't regret it. It has been a lot of work for it to get like 13 views, but at the same time, my fam is always watching and they're supporting me, so it's been great. Another hard part of it is comparison. This is the one I think is the hardest, like seeing everybody else's work and then seeing my work. I think sometimes I feel like, oh, it wasn't as cohesive as their works are. Like, they're using the same color palette and they have these like ideas that really connect well together, and my ideas are all over the place and blah, 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 blah. Comparison is a hard part of it, but when you start to compare, just remember, hey, they are their own artists. They are doing their own thing and I'm doing my own thing, and like what I'm doing is different from what they're doing, and that's okay. My last hard part is honestly just filming every day. It's a lot of work, and although I would 10 out of 10 recommend it, if it's something that you don't feel confident in, then just post the art. That's okay. Also though, if you're making a video every day, your skills as a video editor are going to improve. So maybe you could film it, and maybe it could be your way of getting more used to editing videos more regularly. I know that the only reason I've gotten better at video editing is because I've been doing it for a really, really, really long time. I've enjoyed editing videos since I was in like middle school, and I would really only say recently have I looked at videos I've made and thought, that was actually pretty good. And I watch old videos and I absolutely cringe at some of the stuff I posted online, but ultimately, once again, guys, let's repeat it. Just post it. See what happens. You never know. Finally, let's talk about art growth and also social media growth. This year, really cool, on Instagram, just hit 8,000 followers. Very, very exciting, and throwing a little dance party, honestly, because I had been at like 7,000 something for a hot minute. So doing Peachtober this year kind of worked out well. I finally hit a new 8K. To me, that made it kind of exciting to keep going. I think another thing though is like my art has grown a lot in doing art challenges. I mean, this is my third one. My first two, I made 62 art pieces, and if this is my third one, what is 62 plus 31? Oh, I'm not good at math. Just did the math. I've done 93 art pieces if this is my third art challenge. That's crazy. That's a lot of art. So I'm just saying that the more you do them, the more art you make, the more things you can make into stickers, the more things you can make into prints, the more things you can make into a portfolio. It's pretty cool. So what was the point? Why are you watching this video? It's probably because you want to do an art challenge, and it just sounds like too big of a thing for you to do. And I just want to say that it's only a month, And you are more than capable of it, especially if you plan ahead. Especially if you plan ahead. If you put sketches together way before the time comes, if you think about color palettes you want to use, or if you even start filming or making the art a day or two early so that you're a little bit ahead of the game, those are all okay things. If you make it a month in advance, no judgment to you, especially if you're going to film it, because it's a lot of work to do that. And so I just want to tell you today, if you're watching this and you've wanted to do an art challenge and you just are too scared about the idea of doing something for that long, posting it online, and having other people see it, throw that all in the trash. Get rid of it. Don't freak out about those things. Just post. Just give it a shot and see what happens. I know that my life changed a lot when I started doing art challenges. The first time I did Peachtober is when I got back on TikTok, and that helped me to get to my first 1,000 followers last year. Here we are a year later, and I'm getting near and near to 5K. So just do it. You really have no idea what's gonna happen, and those things should not be the reason that holds you back from giving it a shot. But I wish you the best if you do it. And comment below if there's any cool art challenges that you've seen recently that you want to try. And also comment below if you have any other questions about doing an art challenge. I would love to chat about it because it is a really cool but really crazy experience, and you should try at least once in your art career to do an art challenge for 31 days. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you sometime soon, and I will see you on the flippity flop. Bye.